let me have a development.
Okay.
And I have trained something like 200 plus batches for SAP, and within SAP, I'm talking about doing the certification trainings and the non certification trainings. I mean, like some trainings online and here and there. And in my development experience, I have worked almost in every terrain in the whole world. Name it like starting from US, Europe, Middle East, Asia, except Africa, Australia. I've worked Asia Pac. I've already worked for all these places. Currently, I'm working as a client engagement manager in a very reputed Indian organization, and handling a team of 50 plus people, both on-site and offshore. So, starting with SAP, what is SAP? Ian,
SAP.
do you have any ideas? Any clues?
It's kind of a programming language.
No. Okay. Okay. Before we start to SAP, let us understand this thing up. What is ERP? Okay. Let me show you my screen first of all. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Are you able to see the notepad on my screen, Ian?
Yes, I see the notepad.
Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Now, before we go towards SAP, let us first understand the concept of ERP, which is nothing but Enterprise Resource Planning. Now, and in this particular concept, what we do is, let me open a Paint as well. In this particular concept, let us take an example of a company called Ford Motors, right? And what is Ford is having, must be having different departments, right? Ford Motors, and must be having different departments. What are the different departments? Say, for example, sales, material management, finance, purchase, production planning, and let's take HR, admin, quality, and what? Procurement, controlling, and a few other departments. Now, let us take example. A guy who's sitting down in the sales department, he receives a call one fine morning, right? And from one of his customers saying that, or a dealer saying that we want X 100 cars of this particular brand for X brand, and 250 cars for another X Y brand. Now, accidentally, while he's typing up, instead of typing 350, the total set of cars, he just types 3,500 cars. Right? Now what will happen? Now, Ford being the company, when it receives the sales order, okay, it will process the sales order. It will first of all go and check into the material management department that how many first of all, go and check into the warehouse, right? WM, the warehouse, that how many finished cars are ready. Now, out of 3,500 cars, right? Let's say there are 2,500 cars available, right? The original order was of 350, but accidentally, because of a typo error, this guy wrote 3,500. Okay. Now, when it goes to the warehouse, they'll check they have 2,500 cars already ready to be delivered. So what they will do is, they'll go to the material management department and check what is the raw material which is available to produce 1,000 more cars. Okay. Then what they will do is, let's say for example, they see that, okay, for 700 cars, the raw material is already ready. Now we are left down with 300 more cars raw material, okay, in order to complete the order. So what they'll do is, for 700 cars, they will move the raw material on the production line, right? And for the 300 cars, they will ask their vendors to do the procurement, or the company will do the procurement, asking their vendors to, by placing the purchase orders. Now, once they have purchased the order, they place purchase orders. Once the material is received, it is tested in the quality division, let's say QM part, okay? And then what they will do is, they will move that into the material management and then back again to the production planning line, okay? Then FI will come into picture, finance. So they'll pay out the vendors for the, the raw material and everything, okay? Now, and finally, all the 3,500 cards would be ready, right? Now, this is a typical, a very simple in layman's language, the enterprise resource planning model, or a sales cycle. Sorry, it is just a sales cycle, or, a complete, business cycle of a company, Ford Motors, right? There could be a number of integrities into it, but we're not going into that. But we're just talking, on a very peripheral level, on a very, if you see just the surface of the ocean, this is the picture of the whole cycle. Now, what happens? Now, when Ford Motors sends this particular cars to the customer, saying that, boss, here's your order of 3,500 cars, out of which 1,000 were of this particular brand and 2,500 of this particular brand. The customer is going to say, boss, sorry, there's some mistake, because I ordered 100 of these cars and 250 cars for this particular brand. I didn't order the extras with extra zeros. Now what will happen? Ford Motors will lose money, right? Because they have put in extra efforts, they have consumed extra resources, and they have produced more cars. So my question to you, Ian, is, would Ford Motors be doing profit? The answer is no. They will be losing money onto it. Reason being is, they will be shelling out money, right, for the extra thing which is not required. Now, what is the root cause of it? Root cause could be anything. It might be a typo error, or it is, loose coupled data transfer between the departments. And this can happen anywhere in any of the departments. I said something, I did a typo error, or I just passed on a document which got, lost or something, I lose my information. Now, what is ERP? ERP says that when we plan up all our resources of an enterprise, right, we end up towards profit. The condition is all the other departments, or the data flow between the rest of the departments, should be tightly coupled, or it should be tightly integrated, right? So, Ian, this is what is enterprise resource planning. Okay. Do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts till now?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what is ERP? Is it a software? Is it a conceptual thing? What is it? Is it a rule? Is it a law? No, it is just a theory. It is not a software. It is not a, what do you call, a rule, a thumb rule or something. It is just a theoretical concept, which is found in the books, right? Now, based on this particular concept, we have got different softwares which were which are being created on this particular concept. Now, what are these different softwares? PeopleSoft, which is already being taken by Oracle, right?
Yeah.
JD Edwards, BAN, SAP, right?
Yeah.
Now, PeopleSoft, Oracle, JD Edwards, BAN, and then finally SAP. Are these only 5 softwares available? No. The list is very long, right? These are just the 5 examples which I'm going to take. Now, what is SAP or what is PeopleSoft or what is Oracle or what is JD Edwards or what is BAN? PeopleSoft is an ERP software which is dealing with majorly HR department. Okay?
Uh,
Oracle Apps is a software or is a ERP software which deals with finance department. Right?
yeah.
JD Edwards, production and planning. Right? BAN is for majorly, that is material management, and it also covers some aspects of production planning. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, then we have SAP. Now, what is SAP used for? For which particular department? SAP is the only software or only ERP software which deals with the needs of the whole organization. It is not subjected to one particular company's department. I must say in this way, it's not subjected to one department, like it is only for sales or it only for material management. No, it deals with the needs of each and every department. It has got each and every module, right?
Mhm.
So this becomes the very sole reason that SAP is a very hot selling software. In 1974, there were 4 guys from IBM who were working in Germany. They came up with an idea that we have got different softwares for different departments which are based on ERP concept. Why don't we create one common software which is going to deal with the needs of each and every department? Now, based on the thought, they proposed this to IBM, right? As well as all the 4 guys were working with IBM, they just proposed this thought.
Mhm.
IBM laughed at them. IBM said, "You guys are silly, right?
Mhm.
This is not possible, right?"
Mhm.
Then these guys, all those 4 guys, they resigned and they created their own, company, and they created their own software. They started with SAP R/2 1.0 architecture. I'll come back to what is R/3 and R/2 architecture, but they started with this. Now, at the moment, the current version of SAP is ECC 6.0 Enhancement Pack 6. You're working on this is the latest version of SAP software, right?
Mhm.
Now, Ian, you must have, seen at different places, something like SAP R/3. Now, what is this R/3? Ian, what is this R/3? Pardon me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, no problems. So, R/3 means that it is real-time 3-tier architecture. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Now, what is this real time? Real time is something like, suppose you are there and, Gtalk or Yahoo Chat or, anything. You say a hi to me. I reply back and saying hi to you. Okay. So that particular event is happening in the real time. Okay. So that is what is real time 3-tier architecture. That is what is real time. Okay. Now, what is this 3-tier architecture? 3-tier architecture comprises of 3 layers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All the 3 layers are database, then we have application, and then finally we have is the presentation layer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are these 3 layers? Presentation layer is a layer, okay,
Mm-hmm.
which is nothing but it is the front end. My laptop screen, my desktop monitor, my projection, any of the projection devices. This can be treated as a presentation layer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then the second layer is the application layer, okay? What is this application layer? Application layer is a layer which is the middle layer of this R/3 architecture. It holds all the programs of SAP, be it customized or be it non-customized. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then finally, we have got the database layer. This database layer holds the data in the form of tables, right? And the database could be from Oracle, okay, or any other vendors,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I club, if I want to say something like this, if I club presentation and application in one layer, right? Or application and database in one layer, right? So there will be only 2 layers. So I'll be having R/2 architecture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or if I club all the 3 in one layer, I'll be having R/1 architecture. Now, what is the use or what is the utility that we have got so many, what do you call the, different layers? Why can't we do it in one? The sole purpose is to provide extra security at each layer, the data protection at each layer. From presentation, I'll be logging on, okay? So that means I will be requiring a user ID and password, okay? From application, I'll be, accessing the program, so I can provide some authorizations, okay? And at database level, I can also provide some extra authorizations, okay? That my data is locked or, something like that. So all these different securities can be provided at all the 3 different layers. So I can, if I enhance the security feature, right, I'm protecting my data. Now, how does the request flows from my presentation layer or in my R/3 architecture? From the presentation layer, the request goes to the application layer, right? It invokes a particular program, okay? Then it goes to the database layer to fetch the data, right? If the data is fetched successfully, it comes back, okay, and displays the data back onto the presentation layer. there might be a possibility that the data is not to be fetched from the program. Say, for example, if I double click on something and a window opens, there's not fetching any data from the database. Okay, then what will happen? So for presentation layer, it will just invoke that program and come back to the presentation layer and display that particular screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in SAP, this is about ERP and SAP. Now, SAP has got various different modules, or it is on a very high level. It is divided into two parts: functional and technical. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, functional can be anything like, say, for example, SD, MM, PP, FI, CO. Okay. WM, which is warehouse management. Okay. And technical is divided into two parts,
Mm-hmm.
which is ABAP and then basis. ABAP, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is nothing but it is a programming language which has been provided by SAP for their SAP product, to customize their SAP product. Basis is nothing but it is the what you call the it is used to basically configure the system, maintain the systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Provide connections and everything. So basically, the network working part or the that kind of a stuff comes in the basis part. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during the evolution of SAP, right? When SAP came into picture, when it evolved, SAP also came up with different other packages or various different other softwares like BI, right, which is business intelligence. This is a data warehousing tool. CRM, which is customer relationship management. SRM, SCM, which is supply chain management. SRM, I'm forgetting what is SRM. I can just type on Google and you can check what is this SRM. And then we have got APO, Advanced Planning Optimizer. Okay. And various different other areas. Okay. Now, this is the whole idea about SAP. Now, in ABAP, what you will be doing? In ABAP, just give me a second. Okay. In ABAP, what we'll be going through would be, we'll be going through data dictionary, right? Data dictionary is nothing but it is how do we create tables, views, structures, search helps, which is nothing but the F4 helps in SAP ABAP. Okay. Next, we'll be talking about internal tables. Now, what are internal tables? Internal tables are the program-specific tables or the temporary work areas in which we'll be holding our data, which will be pulling it from our database. Plus, we'll be also doing basic SQL scripting, SQL concepts. How do we fetch the data? Building the data logic, going with simple if, else if commands, and simple logic building steps. So these two will become your foundation for your rest of the ABAP topics, which is reporting. Okay. This comprises of classical, okay, and interactive, right? And ALV, okay.
Mhm.
After reporting, the next topic what we'll be doing is we will be going through module pool, programming, okay. Then we'll be going through BDC, which is batch data communication. Module pool programming is used to create the screens, right, in SAP R/3. BDC is a technique which is used to upload the data into SAP. Okay.
Mhm.
After that, what we'll go doing is SAP scripts / smart forms. Okay.
Mhm.
Then we'll be going the SAP scripts and smart forms. They are used to do any kind of printing jobs. Say, for example, I need to create a purchase order and I have to, print it. Now, creating a purchase order means that I'll be going to my transaction, my standard SAP transactions. I'll be, creating a purchase order. Now, if I want to take a print preview or I want a print of it on a piece of paper, I need to create a layout and I need to write the data fetching logic of it. That, say, for example, on the top right corner, my company logo would be coming, right? On the extreme, top left or top left, corner, I will be creating my customer address or whatever, or on a vendor address. So, all that part would be done or dealt with in SAP scripts. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, once we have done this SAP scripts in smart forms, we'll be moving to user exits, customer exits,
Mhm.
okay, baddies. Then we'll be also moving towards BTEs and enhancement
Mhm.
framework. Okay.
Mhm.
Along with BDC, we will be doing BAPIs. Okay.
Mhm.
BAPIs, right? And once we have done, now, what is the user exit, customer exit, baddies, BTEs, enhancement framework? They are nothing but they are the techniques or various techniques which have SAP has provided to enhance their standard code or screens.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll be moving towards the next topic, which is iDocs. Okay. ALE and RFCs. This is how do we communicate to another SAP system or another non-SAP system, right? How do we send the data? How do the communication? So that would be covered into this particular things. Apart from all this, basic topics, we will be also doing, debugging,
Mhm.
performance tuning, okay, and function modules, and subroutines, okay.
Mhm.
So reporting, and don't think I have, left out any of the topic. But in case, I'll request Ian, you can always go and have a word and you can ask for the, printed or the, soft copy of the course content. So this is what is this whole course about for ABAP. Okay.
Mhm.
As I said, in data dictionary, we'll be talking about tables, how do we create them, view the data and all that stuff. Internal tables, basic SQL statements, logic building, right?
Mhm.
And then we have reporting, classical and interactive, ALV, then module programming, data uploading part, which is done by BDCs. Okay. And we can also get in file handling over here. SAP smart forms, user exit, customer exit, baddies, BDs, and action framework, IDOC, ALE, RFCs. Simultaneously, we'll be doing debugging, performance tuning, function modules, subroutines, and all that stuff. Okay. Now, this is the an outline sketch of the whole course what we'll be going through. Okay.
All right.
And do you have any questions till now?
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Rất là how I connect to the server, like.
Yeah, you'll be. I think you'll be provided the server and everything. So don't worry about it. You can always have a word with the administrator, the Priya, and she will assist you in getting a server. Okay. And you can always do the practice on the server, and you can take up the things.
And then the lecture will be 2 hours a day per day.
Okay. Generally, what I do is I take weekend classes. That is 2.5 hours over the weekend. 2.5 hours on Saturday. 2.5 hours on Sunday. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you want every day, and I don't think so every day would be possible for me to take it in the morning. Reason being, it's, I have to then drive something 1.5 hours every day to my office. So, but yes, are you okay with weekend classes, Ian?
Weekend, yeah. Weekend it should be okay because I working during the week. So yeah, and I only available like this time, like in this time because I work during the day. And weekend it should be okay.
You can yeah.
If weekend, if 2.5 hours for Saturday and 2.5 hours for Sunday, so each weekend we have like 5 hours.
Exactly, which is 1 hour every day.
Yeah.
Right. That is not a problem. I have already, I also prefer, yeah.
Weekend? So only weekend, right? Not weekday.
Only weekends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Weekend, at what time? Like the same time like today or?
Yeah, it can be of same time or we can, push 1 hour later. That is okay.
Yeah.
And we can always discuss those timings later on. That's not a problem. I can, come up 1 hour early, or you can come up 1 hour early over the weekends, or we can, have it in your mornings. That would be my evenings, or my evenings, but it's your own. So, that is no problem. That is no problem. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we study weekend only, so it will be like 8 weeks because we study 5 hours a week. So like 8 weeks for the course. Okay.
8 weeks.
Yeah. And then the material for the course is in online to download or something?
Yes, there will be some courses. I have got a whole lots of material with me. Okay, let me show it to you. I'll be sharing all that material with you. That is not a problem. I can share it. I can upload it into a website and provide you the link for that, and you can always download that material from at your end.
Okay.
Okay, so let us take up SAP material. See, all those things. So this is a whole big list which I'm having with me. Okay, if I go over here, so these are, some PDFs. Then, see, this is the whole material what we're talking about. We talked about ALV, ALE, So all those things I'll be sharing with you. These are the standard SAP material which is required for the certification. If, say, for example, we want to go for certification, you can, refer to these SAP booklets. I'll be sharing it back with you. That's not a problem.
Okay. And okay. So like because I'm very busy during the week. And
Okay, no problems. Weekend is perfectly fine with me. We can come up by, today we started at 6 in the morning. Okay. So 6 in the morning was, I don't know, or you want any material or, class timings to be, pushed up, or, you want a off on a weekend. Say, for example, Sunday you're going out, right? Demo of mine. I want to have a feedback and half hours.
Yes, I heard the conversation.
Okay, you heard that. And also, Priya, you can help her out with we'll meet up this particular weekend, that is 26th, Saturday,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And we can always go with the timings and everything. That's not a problem. You can always, you give propose your timings, and we can then have the class.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Bye-bye. Bye, Priya.
Thank you, Uncle. Bye-bye.